Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name is Lucia, and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. Today is Sunday, December 14th, and this is episode 53. Welcome, everyone, to another week of Knitted Paradise. I can't believe I've been doing this for 53 weeks. Well, more than 53 weeks, 53 episodes, so that's kind of crazy. I hope you all are having a good December so far, getting ready for the holidays. All the craziness. So, hope you've been getting all your gift knitting done. It's always an adventure. I've been doing pretty well on mine. Mine are both for birthdays, so that's kind of nice. And, or not nice. I don't know. Either way, it's a deadline. But it's been good. All right, well, let's jump right in. Blow the conch shell. This past month, we've been doing the sweater knit along for Save the Children. So thank you, everyone who participated in that. I'm really happy with how that went. And there's a lot of entries right at the end, so I tried to post on Instagram a lot right at the end just to get everyone to put their finished sweaters in. So that was kind of exciting when I go into Ravelry and it was like 8 new posts. I was like, wow, awesome. So thank you for everyone who entered that. And I hope you all donated to Save the Children as well. I had fun on Friday. Since it was Make the World Better with a Sweater Day, I wore my crazy Fair Isle sweater that I got from the Gap a few weeks ago. I wore it on the podcast one time, and it's like this stripy Fair Isle thing. And when I was at the Save the Children tea at Vogue Knitting Live, they gave us these set of pins that was basically an ugly sweater kit. They were actually kind of cute pins if you wear them maybe one at a time. But you're supposed to wear them all at once, so I put them all on and then took a picture. I gave Jeremy one because he stood behind me for the picture, so if you go look on Instagram, there's a pretty funny picture of us wearing sweaters that have been highly festivized. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, they've got lots of holiday goodness in sorts of pins. Anyway, you guys want to know who won, right? Yep, that's what it's all about here. So I've already drawn for the prizes, just because I didn't want to take the time to do that on air. So I'm giving away one copy of my hat, one copy of my mitts, and then there's the $50 gift certificate to Webs. So we're going to save that one for last. So the winner of the hat was, gosh, I didn't write down the numbers. I think she was number 17. Knitty Turtle 3, who is Trish, who knit the most adorable puppy sweater. Rather, the puppy is absolutely adorable, and it's this little blue sweater. And she says it's a little big, but he'll grow into it, which is very cute. Speaking of dog sweaters, my parents want me to knit their dog a sweater. This is a dog that kind of ended up with them. They didn't originally get this dog. Someone was moving and they couldn't have the dog where they were moving to, so they're like, well, we'll take care of it, and then it stayed. So they haven't had him for that long, but apparently he's a wimp, and he gets cold, and so I will be knitting a dog sweater. With this wimp, I'm like, he lives in Hawaii, how cold can he get? According to my dad, he can get pretty cold. I was like, all right, well, wimp of a dog will get a sweater. Anyway, the winner of the fingerless mitt pattern, the Twisted Sand mitts, is, I don't know how to pronounce her, Narfaz? I think that's how you say her Ravelry name. I'm going to go with that. Her name is Fran, and I believe she's from Canada, and she knit a little sweater ornament. I think it was even smaller than these, so that's kind of cute. Very cute. And the winner of the $50 gift certificate to Web was Hayes Mom 25, who is Jamie from the Chicago area. So yay, Chicago people. And she knit a little white sweater for one of the kids that she nannies. So I thought that was really cute. So thank you to everyone who entered, and I will be, for the 2 people who won the patterns, contact me when you've watched this and realize that you are a big winner, and I will send those patterns off to you. And also, Jamie, let me know when you watch this. And I've contacted Save the Children, and I've asked what how they're gonna, because it's coming from them. They're the providers of the amazing prize. And so just let me know when you've won, and then I'll let you know how that is going to get to you. We'll figure it out. All right, so sweater knit along, done. Next is the accessories knit along that we have going along for September. Any sort of accessory you knit, whether it's for yourself or a gift or whatever. You don't have to start it. You can have started it at any time, basically. You don't have to start it within a time frame, just as long as it's finished within December. And I've already started that thread, so go ahead and post pictures there. I know one person has posted some. Excuse me. I'm going to be knitting some gloves out of the silver spun that I got for review. And this is also the prize, will be a skein of silver spun. Not the one I'm knitting the gloves out of, but a different one. Same color, same everything. But so I'm really excited to use that. And I was on Instagram, and this someone had posted a picture of some gloves that they had knit that were finger down. And I asked them what pattern it was, because I said that's the way I want to knit them, is, knit the fingers and then join them up as needed and then knit them down. And it was, I think it's called the Evil Genius Glove Recipe or something like that. So that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to knit hopefully 2 gloves out of these. I might knit all the fingers and see where I'm at in the skein, because it's not a huge skein. But we'll see where I'm at. And because the finger is the most important to be out of this, because then it's touch screeny goodness. So I'm really excited about that. And other upcoming knit-alongs, I've already picked themes for January and February, so I thought I'd go ahead and tell you about those. January is going to be, since it's the start of the new year, we're going to be doing anything that you have cast on. So it's going to be the opposite of most knit-alongs, where it's anything you finish. It's going to be anything that you cast on. I don't know what the specific rules are going to be, how much of it you have to knit rather than just the cast on, but anything new that you start in January. If you finish it, that's cool too. It's not like you don't want to finish it. But I just thought it'd be fun, started the new year, and people are, have new goals, and so they're starting on their new goals or new projects because they're done with all their holiday knitting, and so I thought that'd be kind of fun to do. So it's going to be anything that you start. And February is going to be Fix It February. I don't know about you guys, but I have a growing stack of knitted items that need fixing. Whether it's, a snag or a sock that needs darning, or I brought out this hat as an instance. This is my lined beanie. It's got an inner lining, and it's knit out of, the green is alpaca, and the cream is Malabrigo Rios, and it's just too short. It doesn't cover it'll come to like here on my ears, but I can't pull it all the way down over my ears, which is really what I want. It was knit to be a super warm hat, and the fact that I can't pull it over my ears is a little annoying. So what I really need to do is rip it back to before the decreases, knit just, probably 1, maybe 2 more stripe repeats, and then do the decreases. And I'm may do the decreases less rapidly. It looks like I did them every row. So maybe if I did them every other round, it might work better. I don't know. Also, that end is popping out over here. You can see that end is popping out. I knit this a while ago. Anyway, so this is in my pile of things to fix. So that's an example of things that you can do in February. So it's not going to be anything finished. It's not going to be anything started. It's going to be things that you fix. Or maybe it's a project that you started eons ago and you've just put it away because there's, you had to rip back 3 rows to fix it. And you're like, I'll do it later. And you never really got around to it. And so I'm giving you around to it. And in February, we're going to be fixing things. So, ta-da! All right, now that we're 11 minutes in, let's get to some actual knitted stuff, right? All right, on the island, I have, let's see, what do I have? I have 2 things that I've actually gotten work. I have my Pulpero hornpipe socks, which are almost done. These are for my friend's birthday, which is this week. Oops, Wednesday. And as you can see, I ran out of green yarn. Yep. So I had some black left over from the socks I knit my husband earlier this year. I did the heels, toes, and cuff out of this. So it's a sport weight yarn, but it works. So I did the ribbing in that. It's just a 2x2 ribbing. It's really hard to see because it's black. And I was knitting from both ends of a ball. And, let's not pull it out. I started binding it off. I got to the point where I was like, I think I need to start binding it off. So I bound off half of this sock. And I started binding off this one. It's going to be impossible to see because it's black. But I started binding off this one when I realized I don't have enough yarn for the bind off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to rip back this row, obviously. And I might do one more round in the black, and I might have enough green to do a bind off. I just didn't have enough green to do another pattern repeat. I did do a few just plain rows before starting the ribbing, but I think I have enough green to do a bind off. So that'll kind of tie that green back in. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I would have had them finished last night if I hadn't run into that issue. So I'm showing you these now. I'm going to finish them probably today, if not tomorrow, and then they are going to be delivered. So this is the last time you're going to see them. Basically is what I'm trying to say. You might see pictures on Instagram or something, but this is the man socks of Glory. And I did make the cuff or the leg pretty long. I like to do that. And I know the guys that I knit for like their taller cuffs. So those will be done shortly. Oh, these are Miss Bab's Cosmic Hand Paints in Fraser, which I learned this week is a type of fir tree. I was thinking that maybe that was an Outlander reference, the colorway, until I learned that a type of fir tree is called a Fraser fir, or Fraser tree, or something like that. So I think this may be named after that, because it's the color of pine trees. Can't see the color there. So I learned something new. I didn't know Fraser was a type of fir tree. I grew up in Hawaii. That's my excuse for a lot of things. People ask me questions. I was like, I don't know. I grew up on the island in the middle of the ocean. We don't have a lot of fir trees. We do have some. Actually, we had 2 huge ones in our backyard growing up, and we used to climb them a lot. When my parents bought the house, they were planted. They were really small. I don't know, maybe this big or so, and they were planted like here's the house. They were planted here, and my parents thought, first thing we're gonna do, move those trees, which was good because they're taller than the house now, and they take up a lot of room. So those got moved to the backyard, which was an excellent first choice of places to put them. I don't know why the previous owner decided to put giant fir trees planted right next to the house, but they would have been cute until they got big and started causing problems with the foundation. So those got moved. All right. Next, I have the Foolproof by Louise Zass Bangham out of Mrs. Crosby. And I can't remember what this looked like last time you guys saw it, but it is, of course, in the middle of the row. I was knitting it on the train on the way home. I'm going to finish this row really quickly. And it's Mrs. Crosby Satchel, as I said, and the solid color is called French Chambray, and the other color is called Varied Bunting. And this is kind of what it looks like. So that's where you start, there in the middle, and then you do this side. You can see the colors better. So I've done that side, and now I'm working on this side. And it's all on one needle because I don't have stoppers for these. So I'm working on this end now. And I've got a lot of the Varied Bunting left and not as much of the French Chambray. But actually that's a lot more than I thought it was now that I'm taking it out of the bag. So maybe I'll be all right. We're just gonna go for a while and then figure out, I know there's one more section. I think I'm on clue 3. Yeah, because this is clue 1, the first triangle, which is this and that. And then this is the second clue, all these stripes. And this is clue 3. And then clue 4 is, I think, another triangle thing to close them up the back, and it becomes a cowl. It's really hard to show this. I've been knitting it at choir or on my lunch break at work, and people are like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's a cowl." It's really hard to show it, but it is, I promise. So that's been getting a lot of attention this week, and yeah, that's for. So those are the two things that I'm knitting for people's birthday. The socks, the birthday is, his birthday's Wednesday. And then my mom's birthday is the 30th, so the end of the month. I figured if I do one clue a week, then I'll be good. So if I finish clue 3 this week, and then do clue 4 next week, I should have enough time to wash, block, let it dry, and mail it to Hawaii. Luckily, it's after Christmas, so people aren't as frantic about mailing things, but we'll see. All right, set sail. Absolutely nothing. I would have had those socks done had I not run out of the black yarn, and I was just too tired to figure it out, so I just left it. From the mainland, nothing. Flora and fauna, not really. But I do have from Mahale, I remembered it this week. I'm going to show you some Lego that I got, I think for my birthday last year, maybe. Anyway, it is the Lego DeLorean. Put the wheels up. And this is, if you're not familiar with the DeLorean, it's from Back to the Future, the movies. And it's a really cool car. And it's a really cool build. Oh, no. I know it's Lego, it's exciting. Pan was about to come up and I didn't want him in front on the computer. I'm trying to train him not to walk on the computer because then he tends to do things that are not good. Anyway, so it even comes with the printed license plate, which is really fun, and the gull-wing doors. So they do come up. And it comes in a set with, there's different ways to put it together, because in each of the movies, the car is a little different. And the set comes with ways to do, all of the different ones. I think this is the first one. And, I'm going to try to show you the flux capacitor in there. See if you can see that. Oh, you can kind of see it in there. In the back. So, this is my Lego DeLorean. And of course, it comes with the Doc and Marty, whose hair is a little crooked. They've been in the box for a little while. Ooh. Marty's trying to skate away. He comes with his skateboard. So, ta-da! Very cool. But yeah, it comes in a box that closes. So it's almost like a keepsake box. Is it not going to close? Anyway. These right here, I can show you some of the extra pieces. So I think in the third movie, this goes on the, on here somehow. Some pieces come off and it goes there. And I dropped something, but I'll get that in a minute. And then it has, in the third movie, it has red wheel rims. So it comes with those. And the futuristic license plate. I don't remember what this is, but it goes on the back. Something to do with the fuel of some sort. So there's a lot of different pieces that it comes with. Now, to find the one that I dropped on my lap or on the floor. Yeah, I'll find it later. Or the cat will find it. One of the two. So, that's all I really have for today. Yeah, that's it. I really only worked on 2 things because the socks really need to get done. And the sooner I get my mom's cowl done, the better, because then I'm not frantically knitting it right at the end. But as soon as those 2 things are done, I'll go back to finishing other things that are on the needles, because I've got quite a large pile of things. And also lots of requests coming in. Someone requested or ordered a couple pairs of socks. My mom really wants a triple swell hat. And then her best friend was like, well, I want a hat too. I'm like, you guys live in Hawaii, it's not that cold. Like, it was 45 this morning, which to Hawaiians is like, oh my god, it's the Arctic. So I'm like, okay, I'll knit you hats. Whereas it was 45 today, and I was like, I don't need a hat. I probably don't even need gloves. I probably don't even need a coat, but I'll wear it just in case. So it's interesting how you adapt to the winter. This will be my 5th winter here, and I can definitely tell that I've adapted a lot because the first winter I was here, I was so cold. And now I've just kind of adapted, and you learn to dress in layers, and you learn that what layers work and what layers are not as warm as you thought they would be. So, yay for the Hawaiian in the winter. My dance teachers in college told me, I've heard this before. It's like, you can take the girl out of Hawaii, but you can't take the Hawaii out of the girl. Which is very true. I was chatting with one of my coworkers, and he was talking about a snack that is very popular in Hawaii, and it's most commonly known as arare, which is also called mochi crunch, which over here is like unheard of, but if you're from Hawaii, you know what that is, and it's absolutely delicious. And I used to eat a ton of it, and it's like, oh, I kind of miss that. It was just kind of funny that there's parts of me that are still stuck in Hawaii, and I'm okay with that. It's okay. It inspired some awesome patterns, right? More of which are in the works. I do have plans for like a cowl to go along with the hat and the mitts, and probably some socks, because I'm a sock person. And I don't know what else will be in that set of... Someone just slammed the back gate. Will be in that collection, in that set of patterns. I may add some other things, or I may go and, start a new collection of different themed things. Do you want to come say hi, Pan? Come here. Oh, you are getting big. Come say hi. Say bye. We take, I don't know if you were watching a couple weeks ago, he got a ton of teeth pulled. You get 7 teeth pulled? Hot toothless? And we took him to the vet just as a checkup, and she said that everything was healing nicely. So, toothless is doing good, right? Yeah. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Bye! Can you at least look like you're having fun? Hey. Oh, my babies. Do you want to go down now? Okay. Bye-bye.